Good evening, folks, and welcome back. This is Chris in Central Pennsylvania. Insanity reigns online, social media. Yet another murder tied to social media. The latest one took place in Las Vegas Sunday evening, the 8th of June, 2025, when Sin City Manny, Manuel Ruiz, a resident of Las Vegas, went down on the strip hunting for his nemesis from YouTube. Now, I don't know these accounts, but his account was Sin City Manny. I can't find on YouTube. It appears to have already been scrubbed or at least hidden from public view. Also, this other YouTuber, apparently the two of them together had a whopping 16,000 subscribers and were getting strikes against each other, claiming, I don't know if they're legitimate strikes or whatever. But the bottom line is they had this tiff online, and the other gentleman went out and was on the strip live streaming at about 10:40 in the evening when this guy walked by. You can clearly see him walk by, and then an altercation unfolds. He fires 7 shots and kills 2 people. Emergency services arrived on the scene, and initially they were both grievously wounded, but both passed away at the scene. Police went on a 10-hour manhunt until later on, about 10 hours afterwards, Ruiz turned himself in, and he's been charged with homicide. Apparently not describing what type of homicide it is. They're leaving it open for now, leaving it to a jury to decide. But this is shocking development week. This comes on the heels, of course, of the young Japanese girl who was stalked and then murdered, stabbed to death in Japan while she was live streaming on TikTok, I believe. And then we've also had other instances of this social media nonsense playing out. Folks, it's social media. Nothing is worth this sort of nonsense. A life is a life, and a dispute, a beef over social media is ridiculous. This is, I want to say shocking, but the behavior of people is beyond the pale. Now, what you may find interesting is that this is a rather rare occurrence. It doesn't happen very often in Las Vegas on the Strip. In fact, violent crime is rare on the Strip. The shooting that took place there a couple years ago actually was off of the Strip. The Westgate is located a little bit further away from the Strip, and where that massive shooting where the guy got up in the building at a concert and shot all those people wasn't on the Strip itself. A Strip, it's rare that someone's murdered and this sort of violent crime plays out. It's a relatively safe place to be. The biggest concern you have to worry about on the Strip, in my experience, is idiots smoking marijuana illegally around your children walking down the street, and pickpockets. But beyond that, the Strip is relatively safe. Pretty shocking development here, folks. 2 dead after shooting right in front of the Bellagio fountains in Las Vegas between Caesar's Palace and Bellagio. And that suspect is in custody at this hour. Turned himself in today, 41-year-old Manuel Ruiz, known as Sin City Manny on social media. It's a shocking development. It all started on a social media grievance online. The police said that it's believed the suspect and victims knew each other and had previously engaged in conflict over social media prior to the shooting. At this point, every effort is being made by members of Las Vegas Police Department to apprehend and arrest the suspect, which is what they did after he turned himself in. Folks, nothing is worth this sort of nonsense. A life is too precious. And the reaction of people online is just astounding. Anyway, from Las Vegas, the suspect has been arrested now in a double homicide that took place on the Vegas Strip, shocking tourists and really sending shockwaves through the social media world. Have a good evening.